Dr. Natasha Welch here in Atlanta. And I'm not gonna hold you up. I know everyone, either you're home and you have something to watch on television, or you're busy building yourself, getting ready to come out of quarantine. But this presentation, recession-proof business option for nurses during this COVID-19 quarantine, presented by me, as I've introduced myself already, Dr. Natasha Welch. So who am I? I am a nurse practitioner who has been in the profession of being a nurse practitioner for 22 years now. So it's safe to say that I am a veteran. My heart goes out to those who are out there on the front line. I am no longer in a hospital setting. However, I spent about a good probably 25 years in and out of the hospital setting. I went into medical aesthetics some years ago based on my own personal tragedy to triumph story. I like to put this picture of myself there because if you look over to the right of the screen, if you look good, there's some scars there. I myself was a trauma patient back in December 7th, 2008, while on vacation. I was ejected, my face ejected through a windshield, and had also body trauma, fractures, and so forth. But it introduced me to plastic surgery as well as medical aesthetics. I subsequently had multiple, I had, name it, rhinoplasty, blepharoplasty. I've had laser, I've had microneedling to help with scars. I've had scar revisions, various things. And this picture is just makeup only. There's no touch-up on it. So you can see I spent a lot of money to get this face back together. And I just had a moment one day when I realized that I did my share and blessed the field of cardiology for 20 years and decided to step out and start a medical aesthetics practice. And it was a different space for me coming into this field, but here I am now. Now there's different arms to this business. I want to say I opened August of 2017. And I opened August 2017. And since then I started Abraza Skin Studio, which is the medical spa, skincare product line, as well as medical aesthetics training. So we have the med spa. We have two locations. One is in Peachtree Hills in South Buckhead in Atlanta, and the other one is in downtown Silver Spring, Maryland, where I have a business partner there by the name of Asha Raina, who is a registered nurse. So it's safe to say we have a nurse-run practice. This is Abraza Skincare. Now, coming into the med spa arena, I already knew that I was going to go into skincare products. Over the years of me using amazing skincare, brands such as Zeo Skin Health, Obagi, SkinCeuticals, Dr. Gross, I knew that there could be safer products out there, so to speak, and products that spoke more to me. I struggled with hyperpigmentation and scar revision. And I knew that I wanted products that can address multiple items versus people spending $500 just to address one painful point. So most of Abraza skincare products do like 2 to 3 things in one bottle. Therefore, there's not really a need to have like 30 bottles in this skincare line. So the skincare products came to life in this June of 2018 and has done exceptionally well. But I want to say for the past at least 4 to 5 months, the #1 seller in both locations has been skincare. Not too long ago, we opened up into the online environment as well, where clients or whoever can go online and purchase Abraza skincare. Other unique thing about Abraza is there are no harsh chemicals such as parabens, which is found in breast cancer tumors, phthalates, sulfates, artificial fragrance, of course, gluten-free, animal-friendly, no dyes as well. So it's very safe and non-toxic. We love to brag that the first 6 ingredients are effective ingredients versus a bunch of fluff or things that are actually dangerous for you systemically. The other piece of the business is Abraza Skin Institute. I've been doing hands-on training, and I kind of got pulled into this arena by way of a student. I was once a professor for an online nurse practitioner program. Before that, I taught baccalaureate nursing as well. So it's safe to say I was teaching courses. So it came to me, a student wanted to learn about Botox and fillers. And of course, I had to design it the right way. I didn't realize that I was going down a whole nother path with my business. And since then, every month we hold hands-on live training classes, primarily in the Atlanta office, but sometimes also in Silver Spring, Maryland. Last March, I launched into the online. Hey, I just noticed that there's a typo on there, but this is coming from my website. But nonetheless, this is the Med Spa Business Builder. It's an online course available at Teachable. Teachable.com. Now, why did I bring this into the online practice? I was teaching people how to do, I did a workshop, which was a one-day workshop that will teach you how to start your med spa business. However, it's not a one-day process. So this course drips out over 4 to 5 weeks and walks a person through all the steps, down to branding, down to picking and choosing which part of the spa industry you want to go into. But basically, it coaches you through the business startup. We also have a personal page on Facebook where different students who have taken part in this training can stay in communication with one another and share information. So then comes 2020. WHO recognizes 2020 as the year of the nurse. And as you know, by the invitation, I invited nurses, registered nurses, and nurse practitioners into this business opportunity. And I'm going to explain to you why. This is the year of the nurse. For me personally, I'm at the point in my career where I want to give back. I'm going to always do fine, I tell myself. This is my belief system. My belief is that if I pour out, things are going to pour back into me. So how can I make this more enjoyable and more effective for those who've taken my training? Let's be honest. People will come take hands-on training, and then I'll follow up and like, what are you doing with it? And they may not be doing anything with it. So for me as the professional, I'm like, okay, what's missing here? Like, I want these people to be business owners. I want nurses to have options. Like right now, we have nurses who are in the hospital setting right now and feel like there's no other option. So I'm putting my life at risk when my employers may not be providing appropriate PPE. So like, where are we going in nursing? So I feel like nurses need to always have control on their earning potential. So it came to me. For 2020, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make these people who take my classes business owners, because I'm going to do something a little bit more unique. Everyone dreams of this room right here. This is not my spa by you know, I don't want to claim this, but we do have a hydrofacial machine in our spa and all the various equipments you see there on the counter. But this is expensive. It was a huge financial overtaking for me to open up a brick and mortar. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh yeah, you could do it with $1,000, or follow me, I'm the $1 million lady who's going to give you the $1 million. I'm not promising that to you. It is hard work. When I first opened my spa, I think I had 1 client, maybe 2 that week or 3 that week. It doesn't come easy. However, I was in a position where I could float myself for a while. And I realized that everyone is not in that position. You can easily be grand closing. 80% of businesses fail within the first 2 years. That's a huge loss. So I said, well, how can I get people to this room in a different way where they can build, earn, and eventually come up in levels to this status right here where they can have all of this. And then the game changer came. Coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. Here we are. And here I am on this webinar at home talking to you. Why? I have 2 brick and mortar locations that are not open right now. Sounds sad. People kept calling, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm telling you this part of the lecture with a smile on my face, because I knew from experts that I know always told me to recession-proof your business, Natasha. It is predicted that we are going to have a recession by the end of 2020. So I take these people serious. So I knew the skincare line can't just sell in my spa. I need to push it into the online environment and get into e-commerce. Oh, I may not like social media, but I need to start growing in social media. I need to be consistent with my social and grow my following. Where now most of our clients in the spa setting come by way of Instagram and Facebook. Okay, check, got it, figured it out. Know how to do amazing ads on Facebook and Instagram to get people into the door. Check the box, got that done. Oh, e-commerce with products, check the box, we have that done. What's next? And the next hit me. I'm gonna take the combination of some things I do and offer it to nurses, because here we are, we're at a societal pivot. Businesses are closing, and it's safe to say that some businesses will not reopen. Now we have to be more cognizant of social distance for our own safety. How long will this last? Hopefully not long, but it may be a couple months. The economic impact is job loss, but we have e-commerce. E-commerce businesses are going. They just announced Amazon is hiring 100,000 employees. So guess what? He got the memo. Amazon got the memo. That's the space we're moving into. Look at Grubhub. Everything is moving into e-commerce, whether you like it or I don't like it or whoever likes it. The malls are closing. So we have to earn while maintaining protection. That's where we are now. And I'm happy to say that I started to position my business in this direction. And as of the beginning of March, we took on 10 Abraza ambassadors. So what is the Abraza ambassador? Well, again, my brand name is Abraza, and it is a Spanish word in case you're wondering. Abraza means to hug or to embrace. And unknown fact, I'm bilingual, I have 2 languages, English and Spanish. I'm a Panamanian American. But this awesome product, I decided, you know what? Instead of just giving or selling these classes, how about I do a 2-way street with this? I'll help nurses and nurse practitioners, specifically 2020 year of the nurse, get into business by offering them a business opportunity to sell Abraza skincare products. Okay. And in exchange, I'm going to train them in medical aesthetics, whether they have a spa or don't. And I'm going to make them business owners because I'm going to give them all of the material and knowledge needed to get a business started. And here we are. And I'm so happy to say that today's, I think I put out to do this webinar just 2 days ago. Last night we had a call, and the feeling I had to hear that these women are selling products like they are. And this Saturday, Sunday, we did 7 hours of online virtual training. And I taught them everything I know. And to see now they are reordering their wholesale products in less than a week, then I know I'm on the right track. And here we are today. I'm going to tell you about this opportunity. It may not be for you, but it may be for someone you know. I got a bonus at the end, so just listen up for just about 5 more minutes of your time. Here are the 4 things I'm offering with this program: a website, wholesale product, hands-on training, as well as business coaching. There we go. Sorry about that. So online sales, you will get a website that links to the back of the Abraza skincare website. But what's unique about this website is you'll also get a QR code that you can share. You know, if you go out, see people, they can look at your QR code, copy it to their phone, and they see your website. You have a website link you can post on your social media. You can email to friends, whatever, however, you're going to push it out there. And remember, we're walking with you along this journey to teach you this whole new field of e-commerce. We do drop ship. So when people purchase from online, it ships from Abraza Skincare on your behalf. You do nothing, you just sit back. Right now, the tier system is set up where you will earn 20 to 30%, but coming out of the gate, you're earning 20% of your online sales. You do nothing. And we will teach you social media and email marketing. Now, what do you get for wholesale products? Yes, you're going to have products in your hand. You'll be shipped 3 boxes of each SKU. Actually, it's 33. There's something else added to the line. And actually, we have another new product coming to the line. But right now, 30 SKUs, 3 boxes of each. We have 10 products in the skincare line. We also have 2 hair growth products. We have a DHT blocker, shampoo, conditioner, and hair growth serum kit. And we also have the serum sold individually. At our spa, we do PRP hair restoration. Profit on your products is 50%. So you're buying it at 50% off, and you will sell it at 50% more, or to your discretion. You can sell online, you can have live skin parties when we can come back together again, or you can have virtual skin parties. And last night we taught the group how to do that. Right now in my business, we do virtual skin consultation right now, which is doing very well. And what am I giving in my skin consultations? Product recommendations. What's happening? Clients are buying more products. Or if you have a spa, you can sell it in your spa setting. What courses are we teaching? With this startup package, you're going to get our All About Skin class, where you're going to learn about facials and dermaplaning. You're going to learn microneedling, PRP facial and hair restoration, and we'll also teach you our Abraza brightening microneedle. With all these classes, if you have a spa, we will share with you the protocol. So you have protocols now for your spa. You don't have to spend money on getting protocols. We're going to also give you our shopping list for all of these procedures, as well as vendor contacts. Virtually, now those are your hands-on 2-day hands-on trainings. Once we open up, we will go to that. What we did this past weekend is I taught both of those classes plus more. I gave like 180% this weekend because they couldn't fly in to do these courses. But when everything opens up, they will come in and still get the hands-on portion. But I taught the content that way they can successfully be skin experts. Virtual training, leading up to the live training, is every week you get content dripped out on Abraza skincare products. You will become a genius about these products. You will learn what's in other products that we don't like. So we basically are making you skincare experts. And there will also be virtual training on marketing, on how to sell. Business coaching, personal one-on-one virtual coaching, continual support and education, and of course, we have private social media group as well as a group meet group. And what I love to hear from this first group is how they talk offline with each other. They're supporting each other. There are relationships being built. So they don't have to feel like they're alone. They don't have to talk to the friend that's the naysayer talking them out of it. But they have people who are encouraging to them. So here goes the specials. This is the Skin Ready package. You can always add those other 2 hair items as I mentioned to you. But right now, this is what it includes. It's $2,999, but stay tuned, okay? Plus tax and shipping. This is what it includes. 3 of every product, valued at $1,206. Once you sell those, you will make back $1,206. your personal website link, okay? Free drop shipping, as I mentioned. In your startup kit, you're gonna get shopping bags, brochures, PDF to a product reference guide, treatment protocols for spa owners. Then you're getting the training. All About Skin and Microneedle is valued on our website now. I sell that course for $3,000, those 2 courses. Abraza skincare education you're gonna get as well. And how to do a skin consultation, very important. You have to know skincare products. See, what I didn't like with other product lines that are out here are 2 things. One, we are not an MLM company. We don't have that. I don't have it in my vision. Mind you, I was top 2% sales in a jewelry MLM for 8 years. But it's not the vision I have for the skincare, because sometimes people view MLM as gimmicky. This is not gimmicky. This is serious. And I want serious business owners. I want you to have your own business name. I don't want you to 1099 your name with my company. I want you to be Susie Q's Skin to You, whatever it is, but you will be a wholesale client of mine. I want to walk people through that process of being their own business owners. So that's why not MLM, okay? Next is 1 set of Essentials Traveler. So we have a traveler set valued at $49 in our spa setting, and you will get that gift with this sign-on. Here's some more about pricing just to make things a little bit more clearer. Now, all that training adds up to $4,499. The wholesale products, $1,206, as I mentioned. There will be advanced training going forward. We have another course, our Botox and filler course. So what am I doing? Instead of selling that course to you, which if you want to buy it, you can buy it at $1,800 and join the ambassadors when they get there, when they take this course. Trust me, it's still going to be available. However, if you're selling product, once you get to 5,000 in sales, which is, you know, well, I don't think it's hard, but once you get to 5,000 in sales, you'll be invited to that training for free. So now the total value went from $5,705 to $7,504. This pricing is really $3,500. However, now we're giving it for $29.99 or $3,000, however you want to say it. Okay, you have 2 options. If you pay in full, we're going to take $150 off of that $299. If you want, you can break it up, $1,500 to get started, and that will start your virtual coaching and get you going. But the balance of $1,499 will be due in 2 weeks. Let me also add that that $1,500 is non-refundable. Once those classes get started, you bought in, okay? I don't feel you could beat this value. That's $3,000, but I'm giving you an opportunity to sell off those $1,206. So really, if you take the $3,000 minus $1,206, you're paying $1,700, which is the price about for 1 class. And I promise you, you are going to know skincare, unless you just don't want to listen. Let's go back. Here is the special bonus. Again, if it's not for you, fine. But if it's for someone you know, please share. I am giving $250 cash referral for anyone you know, RN or NP or PA, that signs into this program. Once they make their payment, you get $125 if they do the split payment, and you get your next $125 when they pay their second half. They pay in full, $250 in cash is coming to you. Now, I'm gonna let you know, I can unmute you if you have any questions. This will be the perfect opportunity. And just like you, I'm in my home, so I'm not sharing my camera as I'm sitting here talking to you in my home clothes, but I'm gonna unmute everyone. If you feel you don't have a question, just mute yourself back, okay? Just to make it easy for people to ask any questions.
But I saw somewhere, or read somewhere.
Any questions?
I received cohorts about business instructors living. They want to teach online. And I'm like, what?
Business instructors?
Like, because you know, we're already kind of online. So it's not that big of a deal. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because you heard it's temporary. I mean, it's a temporary thing.
Also, your contract is
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're-
Okay, so since there's no questions, I'm going to wrap it up.
we're going to-
There will be, you will receive an email. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. The email is very simple. I'm putting it down here in this thread. info@abrazaskinstudio.com. Our next group is starting the first week in April, by the way. And it's easier for us right now to do it with groups because I personally want to put my time in to coach everyone. Is someone talking, and is it that I can't hear you? Ah, sorry, my volume was down. Yes, Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
You had a, yeah, you had a question?
Yes, my question is about the All About Skin. Now, my question with the All About Skin course, I wanted to know, does that tell you more about, you know, like skincare issues and the most...
Wait, sorry. I think I muted someone by accident. Okay, so you're asking about the All About Skin class, right? Uh-oh. I don't know what just happened. But okay, I heard you. Good question. All About Skin class. So the All About Skin class is, all right, everyone's muted. So you could just click the little blue hand there and I can see you and I'll answer your question, or you could put it in the thread. All right, Ashley, I heard your question. All About Skin class. That class teaches you about skin anatomy, physiology, teaches you about the common diseases you see in the medical spa setting. Those include acne, anti-aging, rosacea, melasma, hyperpigmentation. I'm hoping I'm not leaving anything out. It also talks about how to treat these different processes. And then we connect the skincare product, like what I choose. So see, I'm not writing prescriptions anymore. I use the products as my prescriptions and what I use to treat different problem points with the clients. It will also teach you, so with that said, we'll talk about like what procedures also we would recommend for certain problems. We talk about peels. You get introduced to the concept of peels and how they're used. Facials, what does that entail? What is microdermabrasion? What terms are we using in the skincare setting? Why antioxidants? What are we using to protect the skin? What are we using to repair the skin? We talk about the aging process in skin. What happens? What's the pathophysiology of acne? Pathophysiology of all these processes. So we teach all of that in that class. And what I find is when I taught a lot of nurses, medical aesthetics, before we used to teach the hydrofacial, but I'm like, I'm going way over your head if you don't even know how to do a facial. So that's why the hands-on, we teach how to do a facial and we teach dermaplaning. Why? Those are two procedures that you can safely do and you don't need a medical director. Thanks for asking. Any other questions? Everyone's on mute. So if you have a question, just unmute yourself.
Hey, Natasha, this is Ashley again. Can you hear me?
I know you going back. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can't hear you. I think because it's echoing. If you start typing it in the thread, I can see your question. Wait, let me see if, yeah, you can unmute yourselves if you want, but what's your question? I really would like to answer it for you. And if it seems like you're having a hard time, what are the dates for the training in April? Oh, okay. Good question. So right now we're in the air, right? We already had a training we had to cancel in April because of COVID. So what we're looking at is pushing it into May. So what's going to happen for April is we're going to open up. So everyone is shut down. We already know that first week of April. I already had a flight going into Maryland first week of April. So that's a change. So what's going to happen is we're going to start the virtual training, and we believe we're going to open it up the 6th, the 13th, and the 20th. We usually do 3 weeks of training before we get to the actual come in and do the hands-on. So if we looking at the weekend of the 6th, 13th, 20th, that I can get you coached up, knowledge about care products, that sort of thing, then we are hopeful we could do a training on April 25th and 26th. We are hopeful, okay? Hi, Darlene. So you're still gonna be training. That's why we break it up when we say you could break up your payments, because I'm still training during that period. Oh, we stay connected. We do weekly Zoom calls together. We all look at each other and that sort of thing. Dermaplane as RN, and it depends on your territory. So I don't know Connecticut, Darlene, but I'm gonna tell you this. Estheticians can dermaplane. Dermaplaning, with dermaplaning, you're staying in the epidermis. So as long as you're in the epidermis, it's safe for esthetician to do, and esthets can practice without physician, okay? So there are some things we can function on. Oh, then you're good. Yeah, you could dermaplane. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's another thing. Let me just tell you, as nurses, I can tell you this. One of my pain points I would get is this whole unable full practice authority thing. It's a pain, okay? So in Atlanta, I have to have a medical director as a nurse practitioner. However, at the Maryland office, I don't. Isn't that crazy? And I think, number one, doctors are not supposed to take payments, and they're gouging nurse practitioners and nurses. And I just, if anyone that knows me on this call knows, I've even been in the state capitol. I speak out and for it a lot. So I'm actually hopeful it's like lemons to lemonade. COVID-19 is pushing these governors to give us FPA. So let's be hopeful for that, okay? Ashley, I'm an NP OMS spa. I want to know more about treating skin conditions. I already am trained in hydrofacials. Awesome, microneedling, microdermabrasion. Just want to know more about properly treating skin conditions so that I can perform through skin. Ah, I got you, Ashley. So definitely, that's what we teach in the All About Skin class. That's what we teach during the 3 weeks. So I kind of pull a little bit from that course and put it into the product course information. But one of the biggest things I got, and I got a lot of reviews from the people this past weekend, and it looks like hands down, everyone was so happy with the virtual skin consultations. So I had clients or people, I went to my social because I have a lot of social followers, and hey, who wants a free consultation? And the students went one by one and did it. And I like to stay quiet unless they need me and chime in. They heard me do it as well to see how I tie it into, tie it all together for them. And what I love is that as nurses and NPs, you have a gift to teach. Why are we so important in healthcare? Because we are preventative. We teach. So that has been the winner in my practice, is educating my clients. Okay, that I didn't want my clients to do the consults, because my clients are like, one client came on that I haven't seen in a while and got a little bit bad about her skincare. And she was like, but what are you recommending for my chemical exfoliation? And I had to laugh. So, but nonetheless, yes, we go through all of that. Girl, I'll make you the expert at it. Because here's the thing. The client is only with you maybe 1 hour a month. But what are they doing at home? Okay, because Cetaphil is not going to be the winner. When you get their faces pretty and you're helping them in the wellness department because you're giving them a product that's safe, you're going to have client loyalty. Any other questions? And remember, you can just email me. I'll be glad to, if I have time, of course. and we can go back and forth. It's not a lot of people on here, so I'm gonna take this chance and do something. I'm gonna put my mobile, everyone has it, all my clients have my number. It's not like this is some secret number. But you can also text me. Text is, you get me in seconds with a text. And we can always set up a call if you need to. Did you say RNs in Atlanta have to practice under? So okay, good question. If you want to do a medical spa, if you want to call it a medical spa where you are doing injectables, you are going into the dermis with needles, that is now medical spa. If you're doing lasers, because lasers go deep into the tissues, that is a medical spa. And an RN needs a medical director. However, a nurse cannot hire a doctor. So you have to set up like this special entity. Listen, do me a favor. If you go to YouTube and go to Abraza Skin Studio on YouTube, I have a good video. It's like my most seen video on who can own a med spa. And I talk about that. There's a lot of information I have on my YouTube channel, by the way. But yeah, so now if you wanted to do basic facial, oh, there's the question. Yes, Darlene. If you wanted to do basic facials and dermaplane, yes, ma'am. Yes, that is, you can do that. You're not given a diagnosis and you're not doing a medical procedure. And then when you're ready, you could scale up. What's nice is in the territories where NPs have full practice, you can join with an NP. Or you can have the NP come work at your spa and be like, girl, just cover me for my medical piece. Because I think nurses will collaborate more. You know, I hate to say, if there's any docs on here, I'm sorry, but you guys, you don't want to work fair. It's like mine. So I'm not feeling sorry that the legislature is about to change in a lot of areas. I hope that helped you out, Darlene. As y'all can see, I talk too much. So just stop me. Anyone else has a question? Yeah, just say, you know, cleansing the face, you can do. What does, and you have to look into this, because like in Maryland, estheticians are not allowed to do peels. So you just have to see, can you do a peel? Like in Georgia, they won't sell those extensive peels that come off. They won't sell them unless you have a medical provider. So you get a little suspect with that, but you just find someone you can collaborate with. Like, listen, I don't do, for instance, M-Sculpt or Cool Sculpt, right? But I have a provider that I keep on deck, and I figure out how to make it work for me and work for them for referrals. Okay, I'm good with that. I had a doctor recently talk to about medical direct, like to be my MD collaborator, and they want all this money. I'm like, then I'll just stop referring to you. But you should do it for free because I refer to you. So I use my leverage. It just is. It's FDA approved machine. So yeah, it just is. It's medical equipment. I know. Don't worry, you don't want that machine anyway. Listen, I shouldn't say that. You don't want it anyway. If you just Google Cool Sculpt and see how many people has that machine, competition is tough. So with certain things like that, I like to work in collaboration with those people who are paying $3,000 a month for a machine, because that's how expensive they are. But the good thing is you start, you start to, someone's calling to book an appointment. So see, the business doesn't stop. People still want their faces to look good. You start doing it this way, you get their skin nice and pretty. Once the skin gets nice and pretty, you're building this way with no brick and mortar. Now, when you say, hey, I can come do this and do that, then boom. And now you can open your doors and you actually have clients sitting outside waiting. Another thing we do in our practice is, like you just asked, can a nurse do, you're asking about chemical peels, or can a nurse do a basic facial? So you see, you can have your facial clients that come to you, okay? RNs you can do it, but if it's the heavy peel, in other words, you can use peel during a facial. Yes, an RN can do it. But when you get to medical grade peels, the kind like TCA is in it, you have to be under medical supervision. You should be. Let me say it like that. You should, but it depends on your state. Every state is different. I would just want you to know that, okay? So like here in Georgia, an esthetician can put on a VI peel. So there's different levels to the peels. When they get super heavy in TCA, then the company will say, nah, you need a medical person. But some don't require it. I have heard of AmSpa, yes. I'm not a member. I never joined. What will be your reason to join? What's your interest to join them? Let me ask it that way. But I've heard of them. Okay. So listen, Darlene, take my information and reach out to me. You need direction, I give you direction without paying $1,000 a year, because $1,000 a year, all they're gonna tell you is what the laws are. I mean, that's what they do. I don't knock their platform. I never did it. You know, the $1,000 I take to join AmSpa, I need a good class. You know, I took courses with one company. I took courses with Empire Medical when I started, and I needed more. I was like, this ain't enough. I ended up paying a plastic surgeon $10,000 to one-on-one with me. And it was the best thing. You don't, for me, I didn't learn well in a room with 20 people and this one person and one model. That wasn't for me. So I refuse to join any more huge organizations that can't deliver more personable type training. Yes, you can join with other gyms and bridal shops. I'm with that. You can go talk to them, see what you can offer, see what they want, you know. Yeah. Okay. I'm going into the last minute. Listen, I'm glad you all got on here. Most of all, I'm glad you were candid and opened up and asked questions. I'm sorry I can't answer all the questions. I may not have all the answers, but you know, I'm building my tribe. I got a tribe of people who have trusted me over the past 2 years. And it's safe to say we are still close with one another. I still support and help. You know, it's like you invest in me, I invest in you kind of thing. I tell people all the time, when I took courses from those companies, when it was done, they gave me a piece of paper and I was out of there. I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't call back and ask a question. I'm at the point in my business where I'm still personable and I'm still here. And we want to make sure everyone gets awesome hands-on. For 2 years that I've trained, I never trained more than 3 people with me. I just didn't want to. I closed the class. Like, nah, that's it, you know, and we're going to keep it that way. If we're going to increase our room size for lecture, that's one thing, but hands-on, I'm guaranteeing 2, no more than 3 to 1. I want people to learn. I want them to go out there and say, hey, I worked with Dr. Natasha. She made sure you got it. She made it a comfortable environment. We had fun and learned at the same time. Everyone can't give you that. So one thing I know I can give is some good personality and knowledge. I'm not new to this. So, you know, it's a different ball game. I'm happy to say that I can say that I am a skin expert. I have an extra expertise being a woman of color because I can treat all skin types. But if you can treat the melanated skin, you are in a niche that a lot of people want to get in, but just don't know how. So I get a lot of people who providers weren't properly trained or just didn't know what they were doing. Who knows what? So I always call myself like the fix-it lady as well here in Atlanta, where I have other providers send people to me as well. And I've taken that and I pour that into my students. I mean, I tell people the Rainbow Coalition of students, but I love that I can give that extra piece into people who learn with me because it's just a little different, but it's so doable. And I feel like skin to skin, everyone should be able to treat all skin types. So if you want to know that, I'm your girl. Botox fillers, got that too. And I'm thinking of adding advanced training. I'm thinking about adding it. I don't know, I've been talking to some other providers I know. I got to see, you know. But nonetheless, as we go and grow with this Abraza ambassador, are many things. Like I'm going to certify spas, for instance, to be Abraza certified spas, meaning that you are trained, okay, well, by an experienced nurse practitioner. Also with that will be levels with that. As sales increase, that's how your online sales will increase to 30%. So we're setting up a tier system. This is serious. I don't make these products in my home. We have amazing labs that put it together and package it well. We have new items coming out soon. Actually, our spot corrector is coming. I just approved labeling yesterday for that. So we're continuing to grow, so to speak, okay? Well, I'm looking forward to any emails or texts or DMs. Follow me on social at Abraza Skin Studio, Abraza Skincare. Of course, there's a drawing coming up on April 1st. Go to Abraza Skincare page. You'll see the giveaway. Sign up for the giveaway. And of course, I'm on social. You can friend me, my personal page. I do a lot of lives teaching stuff. As soon as I put it together, Darlene, soon as I'm done here, I'm going to make myself a little bit of coffee since I'm home. You can hear my Brooklyn accent. Make some coffee. Sometimes I hear it and I'm like, what did you say? But I'm going to make some coffee and eat a little something. And then me, myself, you know, when you don't have people working, you got to be your own virtual assistant as well. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to send it out in an email for you. Okay. So thank you so much. And please, y'all, just be careful and safe. It's going to be after I have this coffee, girl. Let me get a little bit of caffeine in me. I've been up from 7 on fumes. Just, you know, I had scheduled calls and etc. So I'm going to put it out. Give me about probably an hour and a half. If you don't mind, please. I'll get the recording out to you. Okay. Probably before that. Knowing me, I'm so type A, I'm going to sit here and do it. Okay, everybody, take care, okay? Please be safe. Take care of your family, and please take this social distancing very serious. Bye, Yuri. I keep looking at that name like Yuri T. All right, guys, take care.